Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie and thank you so much for checking out this video. If you're new here, I talk oily skin, hooded eyes, and beauty. And today I'm going to be going over the makeup that I used to do back then versus the makeup that I do today. So I will be applying on my left side the makeup that I used to do back then, and on my right side it's going to be the makeup that I do today. Mind you, I had very little knowledge of makeup back then. So let's get started. Starting off with my makeup, I normally do primer. Back then, I knew nothing about primer, so I'm just gonna skip that part on this side of my face and go onto this side with my favorite primer, the e.l.f. Poreless Primer. I knew nothing about minimizing pores, about setting or having a good foundation for my actual makeup. I knew nothing about it. The next step that I use now is my translucent powder on top of my primer and under my foundation. Back then, I knew nothing about translucent powder, so I will not be putting anything on that side. I told you guys, I had zero knowledge. I knew I liked makeup and I wanted to wear it, I just knew nothing of it. This is just going to mattify my face and have my makeup stay on longer. I do have some tips and tricks for makeup for oily skin, and I forgot what the name of the title was, but I will definitely link it in the description box below. So back then I used to use a loose powder foundation. I don't use it so much anymore because I just really like liquid foundation. I just feel like it really gets in my old lady wrinkles and just kind of covers up a lot more imperfections. Let's go ahead and put my powder foundation on. And yeah, no primer. I would just slap that thing on and hope for the best. Just putting my loose powder in here. Yep, I'll just go into it hoping it will stay. And I didn't blend it. Well, I didn't just constantly blend it. You know how if you're wearing a powder foundation and you just keep blending and blending and blending, it will eventually start mixing with the oils, like the natural oils of your skin, and just kind of melt into your skin, looking more flawless. I didn't know that. I just packed that on and I thought it looked good. I thought it looked so good. Now for the foundation on my right side, I'm going to use my Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is my ride or die, my go-to foundation, and I wish I found this sooner. Next, concealer. I also knew nothing about concealer. So I'm just gonna skip that step and go into my Tarte concealer on the right side of my face. The reason why I knew nothing about makeup is because my mom was kind of more on the natural side. She would just wear lipstick and mascara. That was pretty much it. She liked the natural beauty look. I totally get it, totally understand. So that's why I never really knew much about makeup, and my sisters kind of did the same. They would, of course, use a little bit more than what my mom would use, but I didn't know about all of these little things that I was missing in my makeup routine until I started watching YouTube videos. Of course, the process is much longer, but I just feel like I'm enhancing my features. And of course, I'm going to use this as primer as well for my eyeshadow. I don't know why I never used concealer. I have dark circles. Oh my God. And I thought I wouldn't even wear concealer on my wedding day. Prom, I actually didn't wear makeup at all for prom. I wanted to be just as naturally pretty as possible. Also, I had never worn makeup for that long. Like, prom was like a couple hours. I've never worn makeup that long. I wouldn't even know what to do. I honestly wasn't even allowed to wear makeup in high school, so why put it on for prom? It just didn't make sense to me. Only thing I did was curl my hair. That was it. And I think I painted my nails. And as you guessed it, I knew nothing about baking. So I will be doing no baking on my left side, but I will go into my Tate London Everyday Vacay powder and bake on this side. Like normal, bake under the eye and bake my old lady creases. I bake like crazy. My skin is just so oily, I have to bake. And I leave it on here for a while, so that way my makeup can really absorb it, and I do crease a lot, so I really need to bake as much as possible. I know a lot of people don't like baking, but it is key and it is essential for me. Next, brows. I did not do my brows back then. I thought that doing my brows was way too much of an extra step for makeup, so I just left them alone. But today I do line them. Just a little bit though. I don't do anything crazy. I want to look natural. I don't want it to look like they have been painted in. Forgot to bake my nose. Super important. The one thing that sucks is this eyebrow is a lot shorter than this one, and I would never draw them in, so I would just let them be uneven. I'm gonna take off all of this powder and just kind of run it all over the rest of my face, just kind of mattify. I'm just gonna take my Anastasia brow gel and run it through my right side because I thought there was no point. My brows can do whatever they want and it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go ahead and bronze up my face. This is looking a little ghostly, and as you can guess, I did not know anything about bronzing back then. So I'm just gonna bronze this side. I'm just gonna go into my CoverFX and bronze or contour. I don't know why I keep saying bronze. I'm gonna contour my face. I just use a powder. I use just a powder bronzer to do it. My cheekbones are pretty much already sunken in like crazy, or under my cheekbones. So I think like just contouring and, you know, sculpting it would be kind of too much and make me look sickly. So I don't do that. And then just contour this forehead. That's one thing I do make sure I focus on. There we go, the beauty of contouring. Next is gonna be blush. I definitely used blush, but it wasn't the right color for me. I didn't really realize how ghostly I looked until I bleached my hair. So I would use a much darker blush than I use now. People would call me doll face. I didn't know why, but now I do. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a heavy hand. There we go. All right, I'm just gonna go in with a light hand on this side. Sorry if you guys can hear my cat. I did have to take him out of the room today so I can film, and he is not liking it. He wants to come back in. There. Crazy. Normal, I hope. Who knows? In a few years, I might hate what I'm doing now. Next up, highlight. I'm gonna go back into my CoverFX, and as you guessed it, I knew nothing about highlighting either. So I will just be doing it on my right side. I put it right on the cheekbone, the high points of the face, a little bit on the forehead, right above the brow, right here on the side, just kind of where like the sun hits. I just want to look sparkly, like Edward and Twilight. And then the Cupid's bow, just on this side though, and down the bridge of my nose, but only on this side. I always forget to contour my nose. I always remember right when I highlight on this side because I knew nothing about contouring. And just under the lip so I can make it look like I actually have one, but only on the right side. I knew nothing about it. And as you guessed it, young Stephanie knew nothing about setting spray. So I'm gonna take my setting spray and put it just on the right side of my face. I'm using my Urban Decay. Can we tell already which side we like? We're not even done yet. So much better. Next is eyeshadow. Yes, I used eyeshadow back then, but I did it the way hooded eye people should never do it. I put sparkle everywhere. I used to use like a loose powder and just pack my lid with it. I got rid of like my loose powder eyeshadows, like the single ones. I don't use them anymore. So right now I'm just gonna use my House Laboratories and put that all over the lid. I do love this eyeshadow. I just put it on the lid, not from the lashes all the way up to the brow. So I would do it all over and then even put some right in the corner to highlight the inner corner. I knew that's it. Now for this eye, I'm gonna do just a normal everyday look. This was my normal everyday look, by the way, but now I'm gonna be doing my normal look for today. I'm gonna go into my Tate Beauty. I'm just gonna put Aura all over the lid. It's the matte creamy color. I'm even gonna kind of put it like right here in the corner. just to highlight that area because of my crazy dark circles. Now I'm gonna go into Soothe, the matte shade for the transition. I just did a do's and don'ts for hooded eyes. I will also link that at the bottom so that way you guys can see it, because I definitely did the don'ts back then and I have learned to work with my hooded eyes. Now I'm gonna smoke it out with the matte shade Ritual. I'm just gonna put it in the outer corners. I'm gonna go back into that transition shade, the Soothe in Matte, and just run it along the bottom lashes. Oh yeah, I would never put anything on my under eyelid because I didn't know any better. I'm gonna go back into Ritual and just put it in the outer corner of my lower lash line to connect the top. And I didn't really use eyeliner back then because of my hooded eyes. I do use it now, I just tight line pretty much to make my lashes look a little bit fuller and thicker, so I'm just gonna do that really quick. So back then I had no idea how to use false lashes, and literally up until a month ago, 2 months ago, I don't know, I just started wearing lashes, so I'm gonna put those on really quickly, of course, just on the right side. Also, I used to be scared of these things, but not anymore. So I'm not gonna curl my lashes on this side, but I will on this side. So I am back with my lashes and my mascara. As you can see, no lashes, lashes, mascara on both. And yeah, the next thing that I would do on this side for lips, I didn't really use much. I was very scared of bold colors. I was scared of lip liner. I was scared of everything. So sometimes I would just wear like a nude lip gloss or nothing at all. Yeah, I'm just gonna go into my Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquer, and it's in the shade Charmer on this side, just to show, I guess, the nude that I would wear. And even this is too nude, like it has too much of a color to it. I was always just so scared of color on my lips. I don't know why. I guess because my lips are just so thin. I wanted to draw as little attention to them as possible, so that's why I would do what I did. I wouldn't even blot. I back then didn't see a point. I didn't blot, so. Oh my god, I'm gonna blot a little bit just because I have some stickiness. I definitely now use lip liner, and I am not afraid of color, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into lips really quick. I'm just gonna line my lips with the Huda Beauty Lip Contour in the color Ion. So I do overline my lips just a little bit, not to look like a crazy person, but to where it's somewhat normal. So I'm gonna do that really quick. I didn't do that before though. Now I'm gonna go into my L'Oreal lipstick in the color Fuchsia, no, sorry, Forever Fuchsia. All right, so that is it. I have definitely learned throughout the years, and who knows, like I said earlier, in a few years I might not even like this side. Makeup is just a learning experience. It's something to have fun with, so don't take it too seriously. But I hope you guys had fun watching this video. If you guys liked it, please thumbs up this video and comment letting me know what you guys have done in the past and what you're doing now. And if you like this content, please hit subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much. Bye.